Good afternoon. I did put a question out this morning. I just tried this milk paint that I picked up, and I asked the question, was anybody interested in me doing a tutorial video? I was just quite pleased how it turned out. I'm doing this on the heavy duty recycled card. Obviously you can do it on a canvas or a board. Just pop that back to dry out of my way. Yeah, today I'm just doing it on this recycled card. So when it's dry, it's perfectly fine to put in things like you can put them in a frame, or I mean I just use them as my test pours. Well, I've decided to, because that was a test pour the first time I'd used milk paint. My recipe for the milk paint, everybody said, what's milk paint? I bought it from my local Spotlight store, it's called here in Australia. So it is just called milk paint, and actually does smell a bit funny. But yeah, it's a folk art. It's called milk paint, so I just bought because there was 40% off sale, so I thought, oh, I'll give this a go. Now this is something that I haven't used, but I bought it's a Deco Art Glamour Dust. So I'm just going to mix it with what I'm going to do now. So I've put some into this cup, but I've also added some of my global bling. Because anybody that watches my paint pouring will know that I'm a mix and match girl, and I never measure. So if I get a really good result, I stuff myself up because I don't write anything down for quantities, so that's where I'm not good, but at least you can be assured that every piece is unique. Okay, for this milk paint pour, I used only floetrol as my pouring medium. Almost out of it, and I haven't been out and got any more, so I have to do that. But yeah, I have just put maybe 2 centimeters in the bottom of this cup, so I will just add floetrol till it's probably double. Like say, I don't weigh things, so I just add it. Probably better to add less rather than more, and just wait till you get the correct consistency. So I've just added, I haven't tried this one, it's with this particular little mix that I've just done in this, it's just a bit of an experiment. So every time I do it, like I said, do experiments, they turn out good, and I haven't videoed them. Okay, so the rest of my paints, I have got two, a purple and cool red, which were pre-mixed. I'm going to add a bit of floetrol to these. I normally would add my glue all mix, but I'm going to do this particular pour with floetrol. So I'm running short on my floetrol, so this is the only one that I've got. This is the milk paint in white. I've already pre-mixed the other two colours, but I just wanted to, it's just, this one I didn't get a real thick consistency. Again, when I did the pour yesterday, when I first made the paints up, it wasn't as nice as the paints that I'd left overnight. So just mixing this with my floetrol, because as you know, floetrol will make cells anyway without any silicone in it. I'm not going to add any silicone to these today. Just going to see how we go, because it's a milk paint. So this is the milk paint, that's the milk paint, and that's the milk paint. So I'm not using too much of the milk paint, so I'll sandwich it in between my other paints. So it's kind of a pale lilac colour, and this one is called Plaid. So it's a bit, yeah, a bit of a nondescript sort of baby pooey colour, but I just got them because they were on special, and I thought, well, I'll try them out, see if I can create a different effect, and always in pursuit of unique and different, but got to keeps me on my toes. So okay, those have been pre-mixed with floetrol. So floetrol is my pouring medium, and I'm not mixing any silicone at all with them. So what I will do is just load these into, where's that cup that I used? Okay, there you go. I'm going to just load them into this size cup. So again, I'm going to pour down the sides. I just think it stops your paint from going muddy. So I'm going to just pour. So this is one of the milk ones. I'll sandwich it in between my global paints. Okay. So that was lilac, and now I'm doing the purple. And this yucky colour. Looks a bit of a motley colour, but they're actually like sunset colours. Hopefully when they come out, it's just a little bit of that left. I use this white, probably could have done with a little bit more floetrol. This is the milk paint, and I'm sure this would probably work just with this milk paint sandwiched, not in between each colour. I'm going to add this. I will go with this and stir the gold up. See, this is pretty thick, but as you know, the metallics do need to be that bit thicker, otherwise they just... I will actually do this with my gold. So I will add the purple. And just scrape out what's left of this lilac-y colour, and this is the milk paint. So just hoping for some fantastic effect that arises out of this motley mix. The other one, as you've seen, was quite lovely, just it's really nice. I liked it. Okay, I add a bit more of that red. Just, this one's thick enough to float. Trying to, okay, I think that's going to be enough. It's probably going to be plenty for this little canvas. I'm just going to add some of that gold again on top. Okay. So yeah, these little milk paints, I didn't make, somebody asked me, did you make them? But no, I bought them. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called folk art paint, so you would definitely be able to get them on eBay or online somewhere. So we give this one a go, but as you see, there's probably plenty of paint just for this. I'm going to just slightly hold my card up, I think, or maybe not. Oh, decisions. Okay, I'll try just, I'm just going to let it pour. I'm not going to try to move it too much, because I don't want the colours going muddy. Ooh, I've got some really cool things happening in there. You can see at the back. Probably stuffed it up now, but anyway, we'll give it a go. Give it a go. I'll run it up now. Ooh. I actually think that's more than enough. Okay, I might go just do my corners with this red that I've got left. Just saves struggling trying to cover corners. I think it's everybody's nightmare trying to cover corners, but let's pour a bit of your paint Doesn't have to be perfect. That'll do perfectly fine, I think. Okay. Well, as you see, there was no silicone in that, but the floetrol sent it a bit crazy. But yeah, that's it's going to tilt it. I didn't actually torch the other one at all because the cells come up so lovely without torching it, so I'm not going to torch this one either, because if I torch it I'm pretty sure that they'll come up in just little cells all over the place. I quite like these big crazy cells. I will post a picture after it's sat for a couple of hours because I can guarantee it will absolutely change. But yeah, those coming out really quite vibrant and creating a little life all of its own. Probably shouldn't, even though there's plenty of paint on there, I don't want to tilt it too much to spoil the effect. It's quite dramatic actually. It's pretty, yeah, dramatic pour. There you go. You could either leave the corners like that, or if you wanted to, just get a little spatula, just gently with the very top of some of the paint, just take it gently over. Don't have to, you can leave it, but it gives another effect over the top of the red. So just do that. And I'm actually not going to do anything else to that. It's actually, yeah, quite a dramatic effect. Next, I've still got half a cup of paint, so I will have another go and I'll video that one too. And what I'll do in that one is like do the angel's wings, just to see if I move the paint, if it muddies it. But I'll leave it like that because it completely changes in an hour. It takes on a little life of its own. I'll try and get you a close-up on that, see what you think. Ooh, okay. So that's our little milk paint pour. Obviously I did it in different colours than the one I posted previous, so it looks a little bit more dramatic. But yeah, another nice effect to have a go with. Really simple. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow my Facebook art page. It's absolutely free to you, but it helps me. Thanks so much. Bye.